How's it going, guys? My name is Jared,
My name is Jade.
and welcome back to MoneyMetEish. Today we are going to do a little bit of a different video. We're going to be looking at the biggest financial decisions that we have made and sort of how that has led us to where we are now, and kind of the impact that those decisions have had on our lives. And then we also have a little bit of new news, which you might be interested in at the end of this video. But before we get started, as always, please remember that we are not financial advisors. Are you a financial advisor? We are not financial advisors. This is not financial advice. And sorry, these are blank cups. Blank cups. Put your logo on our cups. For more information about blank cups and how to work with MoneyMetEish, contact us via email at moneymeteish@gmail.com. So, Mrs. Meteish, what would you say our biggest financial decision has been?
Moving to Taiwan, I think.
I would say that moving abroad was our best financial decision. How did we end up here?
It was an accident. Everybody that asked, how are you living abroad? It was a complete accident.
It was an accident.
We wanted to move to Korea.
We had just got engaged. We had planned to get married a couple of months later. Got married sooner. And basically, Mrs. Meteish basically just came to me one day and she's like, I'm moving. It's like, okay, where are we going? We had no idea. So we were initially looking at Vietnam.
Vietnam, Dubai,
Basically anywhere that would allow you to teach.
Yeah, anywhere that I could work, where you could join me and possibly also have another job. So that we both could be earning money.
Yeah. And
but the way it ended up, I was the one who got a job first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think wherever we were going to end up, that was going to be
the case.
That was going to be the case. We both did a 120-hour TEFL.
Yeah. At home while we were in South Africa,
and that helped a lot. And
especially for you.
Especially for me. Yeah. Well, for you, I don't think it made any difference.
No.
But it did help for me. And then what we did do is we had decided that Vietnam maybe wasn't really the choice for us at the time. And we decided we were going to go to Korea. So we looked at Korea until Korea told us that we weren't, even as a married couple, guaranteed to live in the same city.
Let alone the same house.
So we were like, well, we're moving across the world. We're not going to move across the world to
not see each other, yeah.
And then you got
so what happened was I put my CV on this random...
Dave's ESL Cafe.
No, not that. It was like a Dave's ESL, but it was called ESL 101 or something like that, if I remember. It was 101.
Not Teelit?
No, not Teelit either.
Oh, okay.
I put my CV on this site, random site, and then a company in Taiwan saw my CV and then they contacted me and they said, we saw your CV online. We think you'd be a great fit for Taiwan in the public school system. If you would like to have an interview, let us know. And I did. And I did a demo for them online. And they said they offered me a school.
That was in late October.
Yeah. Late October-ish, our birthdays. Yeah.
It was late October and we were in Taiwan in December.
Yeah, how quickly everything happened after that interview. As soon as they offered me that job, I came to Jared and I said, what do you think? And not only had I not known much about Taiwan,
we knew nothing about Taiwan.
I was researching Korea and I was learning how to speak Korean. So when Korea fell off the table, I honestly thought it wouldn't happen. But then when Taiwan contacted me, I was like, maybe this is our last chance to go. Let's take it.
It's just... it was initially... The first contract was for 6 months.
Yeah, it was
so we were planning on coming for 6 months.
Not long.
Just to sort of save up for our wedding. I signed my first teaching contract, which was for a year. So our 6 months very quickly became a year.
Doubled.
Which then became 5 years.
Yeah.
very
Because
quickly.
now in December, we're hitting our 5th year anniversary and we're getting our permanent residence.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's had a big impact and trajectory.
Things
of our lives.
have changed quite a
Yeah.
lot. I would say that has been our biggest financial decision, was moving
Abroad. Yeah.
So one of the reasons that we came here was to save for our wedding.
Because
Wedding
we had
number 2.
already gotten married to come to Taiwan to make things cheaper for us. And also so that with my contract, if we were married, I would get double the housing allowance instead of only half. So that was a nice hack for us. Coming here and saving for our wedding actually forced us to budget. It was like our first introduction to budgeting and the world of financial adulting. Even though we are not
really
as we weren't
more, like, focusing on it the way we are now.
we weren't as like serious about budgeting, but we knew every penny was going towards this big goal of the wedding, and we did well. Like after that small little, should we cancel, should we continue, we obviously went through with it, and it took us, like, we had extra jobs, so it really pushed us out of our comfort zones because it cost us more than we had expected. So I took on like teaching online. So we were actually so busy. I went to work
We're
8 to 4.
so busy.
Yeah, I went to work 8 to 4, came home 6 to 9. I would work online, and then over the weekends I had private students as well. So we were always grinding.
It's very easy and it's very possible to just move abroad and live very comfortably on your income, your main income, right?
Yeah.
The reason that you're here, or the job that is giving you your work permit. But there are a lot of other opportunities which you don't necessarily know about when you first come over. And these opportunities will sort of just
manifest all
arrive.
of a sudden. Yeah.
So you do end up becoming very, very busy if you want to be.
Yeah.
So it really does depend on you. And when we first came over, we had to save for this big goal. And when we came back, we were kind of like, hey, no big goal. Let's just make it rain.
That's what we did for a while.
And
then COVID hit.
Then COVID happened, and we were like, sort of, we need to kind of
happening with our lives?
pull our heads in a little bit.
Because we were, with COVID, of course, we didn't know, like, were we going to have jobs? Everybody's going into lockdown. Like, Taiwan was normal for, like, a year later after COVID.
Yeah.
So we weren't sure, are we going to go into lockdown? How are we going to survive if we don't have jobs? Like, what was the path going to be? It was very uncertain. So I think that's initially where you came up with MoneyMetEish.
Yeah,
that's where we started taking our money and our budgeting seriously.
Yeah.
So like now we are really saving in every penny again. I feel like we go through like waves. Like, okay, we're saving for a big goal, and then we accomplish it, and then we come back, or then we take a break, and okay, let's relax a bit. Now what we're gonna do, and then we've got to go into our next goal. You know. So I think like that's what it's been like for us since moving abroad. So now we're in our next wave, which is saving money to come home, which is in the next 2 months. And when we come back, we've got another big wave that you guys don't know about, that we'll tell you in the future. Because
we're not pregnant.
Yeah, no, not.
If that's the thinking. Every time someone says, we've got a big guy, everyone's like, you're pregnant. No, we're not pregnant.
It's just our next big goal that we want to accomplish now. So, yeah, I think we've become more self-aware. And that's
definitely another thing about moving abroad. I would say that if you have the opportunity to, everyone should move abroad. If you can, if you have the opportunity to. And that kind of leads us into the new little bit of news that we have, which is that we are starting a company which is going to assist people to come to Taiwan. So if you are a qualified teacher, you have a SACE certificate, contact us at moneymeteish@gmail.com, and we will do our best to set you up with a school in Taiwan.
I often chat to people about, why don't you guys, you've got a degree, just try to come teach for a year, not even in Taiwan, anywhere, because the potential of earning money is number one, high, but not only that, number two, you've got time to learn anything you want.
You do. You gain so much in life experience as well.
I know this is a very silly thing, but I didn't wasn't able to ride a bicycle very well. I had like the basics down, but I was very bad. And now I'm like a pro bicycle rider. And I'm very proud of that.
Rider.
And a motorbike rider. So I'm very proud of that. Because now we can go to any Asian country.
Any country in the world.
And we can just
ride a motorbike.
Yeah. So I know that seems like a small skill, but for me, that was a big skill to learn.
If you do want to come abroad, if you're scared of moving abroad, maybe you think, oh, what if it doesn't work out?
Go.
You can always go home.
When we come back home from South Africa, we're going to be documenting like how we're planning for this next part of our lives. And
that could possibly be its own channel. So if you want to see a more life in Taiwan-y kind of channel, more like vlogs, something more like this, let us know.
Yeah, and that has been literally our best financial decision.
It has. Moving abroad, I think, has definitely been our best
because you learn about
decision.
yourself, which is the most important. You're going to run away from yourself.
So this is.
Glad. It was hard.
It was hard. We didn't have salt at home for like 2 weeks. Our first 2 weeks, there was no salt. No strainer for the rice.
You go through hardships that you put yourself through.
It's true. We were eating wet, saltless rice.
It's soggy. Yeah.
Wet, saltless rice. Guys, it doesn't have to be that difficult. That is why
we put ourselves through that.
That is why we are starting this company to help people so that you don't need to have wet rice with no salt in your first few meals.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just our little catch up.
That's it for this video, guys.
I think that's it for this video. This video has been
a chatty video.
A little catch up video, and yeah, if you want to see more videos like this, let us know. I think we can also maybe spin it off to its own little channel as well. Maybe we can do.
If you want to see our daily lives.
Yeah, something like that. Daily lives in
like
Taiwan.
Teaching and living, it's weird.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Also, subscribe to MoneyMetEish, share it with your friends, and let us know if you want to see more of our daily lives like this and just general chatty, catch-up-y videos. If you want to just see Mrs. MetEish, let us know too. I won't be offended. I'll be a little offended. I won't be offended, but let us know. I won't be offended. So let us know in the comment section down below. And yeah, thanks for watching and happy investing.